I'm here in Madrid at the FERMA Forum, and I'm joined by Julie Page from Aon. First of all, welcome, Julie.
Thank you very much.
My first question is quite a big one, really. It's around what do you see as the big trends impacting the European economy?
They are big trends, aren't they? I mean, ultimately, we're looking at some of the most meaningful events in history. The pandemic in 2020, moving forward then into a period of hyperinflation, or at least by European standards. And then through disruption to supply chains from the pandemic, but also then the energy crisis resulting from geopolitical events, war, a land war, in my lifetime is something that's quite scary. And then obviously we have the events of the Middle East. So all of these things are compounding. At the same time, we're seeing a period of very slow growth. So as we come out of inflation, growth is still stagnating. This all creates a completely different risk landscape for our clients.
Thank you. Obviously, very challenging times. And what this year's theme is join the risk revolution.
Yeah.
What does that mean for Aon in particular?
Well, we would do a lot of work in the area of risk, and I do believe it is a risk revolution. Definition of revolution is radical and sustained change, and that is what is happening in the world of risk right now. We talk about 4 megatrends. Everybody knows what they are: trade, technology, weather, and workforce, all going through radical change. The trade, we talked about the disruption to supply chains, the geopolitical environment, all of what we just talked about from a European economic perspective, disrupting trade or changing the risk base for trade. We talk about technology, AI, generative AI. The world is getting faster, communicating, collaborating faster, but the risks are going with it. The threat actors are as smart with AI as the businesses are. We have to be really cognizant of that. And then when we move into weather, climate change, we talked about ESG in the early days of understanding climate change, and whilst that's still relevant, much more relevant now is the fact that our clients are adapting to weather, adapting to climate change. They're building it into their business growth strategies in a way that we've never seen before. Novel risks, novel solutions, novel risks. So, we as an industry, we're having to respond to that change. And then the last thing is workforce skills, workforce capabilities. They're changing. The war on talent is very, very real. And it's a real challenge and a risk for our clients if they fail to respond to that. So the 4 megatrends, that's how we're thinking about risk. And we're obviously thinking about how we increase access to capital to respond.
Okay, against that background, how is Aon evolving to ensure that you remain relevant to businesses?
We are actually investing a lot. We've taken a moment to pause and say there's $1 billion restructuring investment in our organisation that is in response to this particular challenge. And that challenge is really about creating a platform that enables our data and our analytics to be connected around the world, to start to interact and interrelate for our clients across the entire risk capital chain. So here on our stand today, we've got a property risk analyzer, a cyber risk analyzer that is moving into the core. We're not using actuaries to actually present this to our clients. We're enabling our brokers to use it day to day, but it's got the same capability. We have any number of those in construction and in pilot and or in full-time use now that have come from that investment. Also, the tooling that enables us to connect around the world means that we can be multi-line, multi-year, multi-currency, multilingual. We're moving the whole capability into that global interconnected risk space that we were talking about earlier. And brand new technology means that you have the ability to be very modular and responsive to risk changing, as we talked about earlier.
Thank you. Some real food for thought there, and thank you for your time and have a great conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much.